Hey guys, welcome back to our first video here on the Dr. Pan DPT Daddy Vlog. Names for this channel are welcome. The first video I'd like to talk to you about is mindset prior to fatherhood. When you get that news about your better half being pregnant, there's probably a ton of things going on through your mind. Depends on where you are. If you've been trying or you haven't been trying, I'll kind of sum everything up in one sentence from one of my good friends, Santi. When it comes to taking advice about parenthood, the best advice is the one that you choose to follow. Don't follow anything that you don't want in your life. I know I paraphrased that poorly, but unsolicited advice isn't great. So take what you choose from all of this. Take away what you need. But with that being said, there's mindset and just what you need to know. And I may miss a couple of beats here. This is coming on the fly. First of all, when you get that news, you're probably not gonna be at the right at the starting line of pregnancy. You're probably a couple weeks in. So even though you might be like a typical term pregnancy is anywhere between 38 to 40 plus weeks, you might be 2, 3, 4 weeks in, maybe later, maybe not. So just remember that there's a timeline. And remember that there are trimesters here. There's a first trimester, there's a second trimester, there's a third trimester. There are great classes explaining that. But for what you need to know, first trimester, there's a lot of, you need to be cognizant of your partner at each phase. First trimester, your partner is going to go through a lot of changes in her body, and you need to be there. You need to be present. You need to realize that not everything is going to be as exactly as you expect. She will be going through a lot of changes hormonally too to build an environment for a fetus. And that's going to take a huge amount of resources in her body. Your doctor's going to tell you this too, hopefully, and you should be asking these questions, but essentially you got to be paying attention. You got to realize she's probably going to be hungry a lot. She may be nauseous. There's that morning sickness, and it's going to suck because normal foods are not going to appeal. I can't tell you what's going to work, what's not. It's all luck of the draw, and some things work, some things don't. What I've heard, like pickles, fruit, those tend to work pretty well, but who knows? So be in tune with those needs. Be in tune with, okay, your partner may need to be resting a lot more, maybe craving more walks and exercise. You might have to temper it to make sure she's not going too overboard with it, but getting out and moving regularly. She may need more fresh air frequently and need to stay hydrated. So be aware of that. But this is still early. You have a runway for things that you have to do. Just remember that your partner needs you. And that's the most important part right now. It's not time to rush to buy diapers or to have a gender reveal. You don't even know the gender yet. That's not until around week 10. And you're not having a baby shower yet. Here, doing those announcements, ultimately, that's not that important. What's important is your bond between you and your partner. And here's a real reason why. She needs to be stress-free throughout the entire pregnancy, but particularly part 1. When you're building that environment, she needs the right nutrition, she needs the right rest, she needs to have minimal cortisol just floating around. There's already enough stress thinking about that. If there's a human being, and I'm putting my perspective of partner right now, and I'm not going to encapsulate all of it because I've never been there. But from this lens here, I've got a human being, maybe two, maybe three, that are going to be growing inside me. Oh my goodness, there's a lot along the way. With that said, so you gotta make sure that you're there and constantly there. Check in and be present. Now, there's second trimester. Typically, the golden phase, the morning sickness is gonna be gone. Partner's gonna be more in the mood to move around, to exercise. Appetites come back, and sex drive might be up as well from a lot of reports here. Again, be in tune with these pregnancies showing. This may be the time to plan out that baby shower. Maybe the time to work on your baby registry. Maybe the time to do all these things, and also have that pre-baby vacation. You're not going to get many opportunities, and come third trimester, it's going to be tough. Okay, I'm just kind of hitting the main points here. We can go more in depth for these later on. And by the way, I'm not an OBGYN, I'm a physical therapist, and I'm not even a pelvic floor physical therapist. There are tons of great resources. I'm just kind of giving you mindset. Trimester 3, baby's gonna be on their way. It may be preterm, maybe late term, maybe right on time, maybe planned C-section, maybe emergency C-section, maybe natural birth, a ton of stuff. By now, you will kind of want to know what to expect. It wouldn't hurt to take some hospital-provided free birthing classes. I'll tell you this much, you don't need to be paying for that. You shouldn't be paying for that. You should be able to find stuff for free from your local, wherever you're going to plan your delivery. They should have something on what to expect for this. And again, your partner is going to want to be moving around and want to be active. The appetite may or may not be there. Just kind of check in. It also may be more sensitive because you're trying to now stabilize this environment for your future child. What's the unifying theme? Be present, be here. Trimester 2, it's even though things are nicer for your partner, then you're just present in a different way. But that's the best time to have like the baby shower, announcements, gender reveals, whatever. By the way, don't set fires for gender reveal parties. Shouldn't have to be said, but apparently it does need to be said. Planning out the registry, taking vacations, because things will be difficult. Just rewarding but difficult. All right. I'm going to hit one more point here, and then it's bedtime. Let's talk about first few weeks. When you're at the hospital, your hospital does there's the hospital stuff. You want to have like some things to bring, overnight bag. Don't go crazy with it, but have a couple things on hand. Some like maybe an extra pair of clothes and your toiletries and whatever else you need. Hopefully they have like a peanut and all the other birthing equipment. First couple weeks, what you're going to want to wrap your head around is, how are we going to sleep? For that, I'm going to just leave you with this, and we can pick up on this conversation later. Check out Dr. Harvey Karp's Happiest Baby on the Block. That's a good starting point. Read the chapters about sleep, or listen to them on audiobook, whichever way you prefer. But you having your batteries recharged and a way to sustain that is going to be critical at this point in time. And again, we'll dive into that. Again, there are sleep experts out there. This is just from my experiences and what I've read from others. And what I found is most helpful and necessary is being able to rest and incorporating. They say it takes a village to raise a child or multiple children, and this may be the best time to incorporate that help. With that being said, drop comments and requests and feedback things you'd like to add, things you want to know below, and I'll see you next time.